So since I started shooting with cinema cameras more regularly, I've been testing out a lot of cinema lenses, which is the reason why I picked up this guy, which is the Sigma Cine Zoom 50 to 100 millimeter lens. And honestly, I have to say, it's a really good lens, but there's a couple things you need to know about it before you pick one up. What's good, creative fan? Brandon Washington here. First of all, if you're brand new to the channel, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button because this channel is all about filmmaking gear, tips, and tutorials, which, for example, today we're taking a look at the Sigma 50 to 100 millimeter cinema zoom lens. Now, this is an awesome lens for cinema shooters, especially if you're looking for something that's going to give you manual controls over the exposure, the zoom, and the aperture. Now, this is a lens that personally I wanted to check out because of one, how versatile it is. Most cinema lenses that you check out are going to be basically prime. So you're either going to find your 24s, your 50s, your 85s, your 135s. But to find a good cinema lens that also is a zoom lens is normally kind of difficult to find, especially if you're not trying to completely break the bank on it. So what Sigma has done is they basically just rehoused their existing art lenses, but they've actually made them a little bit better. By being able to focus more on the cinema side of things, you still get that amazing sharp lens, that sharp glass that you're used to from the Sigma Art series, but now they brought that over with everything you need and love from the cinema side. Now, one of the main reasons why I absolutely love this lens is the fact that it actually has an 82 millimeter threaded element on the front. So what that means is you can use your traditional circular polarizers or variable ND filters on this guy. That means you don't have to worry about bringing out a matte box and having to get different filters than what you normally use already on your photography lenses. So that was one of the main reasons that made this lens so interesting to me. The other thing that I loved about this lens was the fact that if you ever go from shooting outside to inside and you're not exactly sure like which lens you're looking for in your kit, or you open up your Pelican case and it's really dark on set, this thing actually has glow in the dark lighting on it, so that way you can actually be able to see exactly what lens it is even in a dark situation. A little gimmicky, but personally I thought it was kind of cool. Last but certainly not least, this thing is sharp. I mean, in fact, I actually shot one of my other recent videos, which I'll have linked right above, using this lens. Now, this is where I kind of get into some of the caveats with this lens. As great as it is big and it is bulky. It is significantly heavier than most cinema lenses. It's obviously going to be much longer because of the zoom range, and it just kind of gets in the way with a lot of things. Because this also has that zoom range, it does have its lowest t-stop at T2, unlike a lot of cinema lenses that'll let you go at least down to like T1.8 or T1.2, somewhere in that range. So you don't get as much of a shallow depth of field. And then you kind of add that to the fact that you have to be at least 3 feet away in order to be able to pull focus with this guy. It does limit some of its kind of ways you can actually use it. Now, overall, I do think it's an awesome lens, and I strongly do recommend you guys rent it and check it out if you have the ability to do so. But do I think this is a lens that I can see myself purchasing and owning on a regular basis? Probably not. I'm probably gonna just be holding off on renting this guy for bigger projects and when I see it fit. But as of right now, this isn't a lens that I can probably recommend purchasing, but overall, it is still a fantastic lens. Let me know if you guys have any other questions about my experience using this lens. I can definitely do a follow-up video, but overall, I just want to let you guys know what my thoughts were of this lens since I did rent it for the week to test out with the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. Thanks so much for checking out this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.